So to me, I
Last one.
needed
We're gonna
Trump as
have
my
some fun. Time to get off all that boring shit. We are going to watch a too lazy to try video. Um, I love this guy. He is my role model, my icon. One day I want to be him because all he does is he takes a bunch of videos, throws himself in the corner, interjects once about every like 2 to 3 minutes of video playing, and then posts it to YouTube and gets hundreds of thousands of views. He is my lazy king, and I look up to him so much. So let's see what Too Lazy to Try has to say about Alex Jones finally realizes it's over for Donald Trump. Let's see.
my lifeboat may not be perfect, but it's the lifeboat I've got, and I'm watching it sink by its
Oof.
own doing.
Ugh.
And
Ugh. But people, I hope people don't get mad at me for this because I do this shit a lot. I do I do like to look at people and then get grossed out by their appearance. And I promise you guys, I only do this for terrible people. Like I do not do this. I do not go out in my everyday life and just see random people walking down the street and go, ugh, like I don't do that. I promise. It's only for these ghouls, these cretins that I do this, and I am very appearancist against these people. So, but anyway, oh, what I
so
was
this is
actually
hard.
gonna say though is look at him though. He's like he's a thumb. He is the epitome of a thumb, and I thought he was looking better before. Like I thought he had lost a bunch of weight, but I feel like he's starting to gain that back a little bit. But he's got the goatee. Oh no. He's ruining it for me. He's ruining the goatee, man. Maybe I need to grow back the full beard. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, now that I'm depressed about my own appearance, I guess that's what I get. Let's keep watching this video. We'll start from the beginning.
So to me, I needed Trump as my
They don't talk as slow as Richard Wolf, so we're gonna start one more
lifeboat
time
may not.
at regular speed.
So to me, I needed Trump as my
Ooh, he
lifeboat may
needed
not
him.
be perfect, but it's the lifeboat I've got, and I'm watching it sink by
Save me,
its
Daddy
own
Trump.
doing, and so this is horrifying, and so, but I can't sign on to covering up Epstein. I can't sign on to World War III. And so that's why I tried to promote the optimism because I believe
Is he
this,
gonna
man.
cry?
Like
Is he
I
gonna
want to fix the
cry?
country. I want to turn it around. So it's not that I was delusional. I and I still hope we can turn it around, but I just
He's gonna cry about it.
sorry
Oh
about
my
that. That's
god,
just
dude.
you get what I'm saying.
You're right. I mean, what other option do we have? That's
Nick is like, dude, like that's he's like, stop being a pussy, and when this guy with this face tells you to stop being a pussy, like it's like
really the question. People say, well,
it's
what else
over.
is there?
Well,
Because
that's
you
it.
got
I'm so
Trump.
sad to have to start turning loose of something that had so much potential.
All right, so Alex Jones is going through it once again. The crash outs just keep becoming more frequent, and he always has a meltdown over Trump betraying him and the voters. But then he always goes back to supporting him. It's embarrassing. You know, Trump constantly makes Alex look like a fool, but Alex just keeps going back to him and kissing his ass for some reason. He's trying so hard to give Trump the benefit of the doubt with the Epstein files and all the other controversy. Like he's always doing PR for the administration, which he gets
Yeah,
cooked for.
he's an official
So
asset
hopefully
now.
this is it.
Before, okay, so for those unaware, Alex Jones, before like maybe like the past year or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. But let's just say before the last 4 years, like he was an unofficial State Department asset. Like he was, I don't know, I don't have any evidence. I don't know for sure, but like he was definitely out there to distract the public. And he was like allowed to get away and say with the things that he said because like the State Department wanted, I think Sam Cedar said it best when he said the if Alex Jones did not exist, then the State Department would have to invent him. And like it's the same, it's like the Israel statement for Biden, but I never put those two together. But yeah, is such a good. He used to be so good at taking like people's real concerns and funneling them into like uh just into the most silly conspiracies, like just taking like where they should be directed, the pedo billionaires, which he did talk about the pedos. He didn't usually say billionaires, but he just talked about the cabal or whatever. But he would always take them and just funnel them safely away from class dynamic. That was his job. That was his role. So he was an unofficial State Department asset. About like definitely within the last year since the most recent Trump administration, he is just like an official State Department asset. Like he is getting his notes from Trump or from the State Department directly of exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. So like I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck a little like robotic thing up his butt and like have a remote control that they can just like move him around and tell him exactly what to say at this point. He is just a shill for the administration. So that is who he is, and that's who we are now going to make fun of him. That's who we're not going to make fun of.
Because it's just pathetic seeing him constantly make a fool out of himself trying to help Trump, and then in return Trump just makes things even more difficult for him. It must be so exhausting coming up with all these reasons to justify Trump not releasing the Epstein files. And now, after a year of Alex trying to do damage control over that, he's expected to defend Trump going to war with Iran. So I think he's finally jumping ship. He just seems so defeated. This
We'll
was supposed
see,
to be a
dude.
golden age.
Dude, he's like schizophrenic, like or like he's like bipolar. Like he just goes back and forth. Like I don't know. He'll probably be back on the Trump train tomorrow.
thing, but it's a mess. Alex also always says he needs Trump to succeed because if not, the Democrats will shut him down and put him in jail. So it's hard for him to admit Trump screwed up, but now after Trump attacked Iran, Alex just seems fed up with him. And Alex had Nick Fuentes on his show, who predicted
God.
Trump would go to war with Iran and didn't vote for him until
Not the hardest prediction to make. I mean, we don't have to give him credit for that. Like
his fans not to vote for him because of that. And now he's telling people to vote for Democrats for the midterms to basically teach Republicans
I'll take
a
it.
lesson. And when he said this to Alex looked like he was dying inside.
But quickly, I mean, by the hour, I morally cannot be part of this. You're already there saying vote Democrat. I get you're saying that as a carrot and the stick, but I mean, what the hell's going on here?
I think you have to. I think
Yeah, but they don't get it though. Like I said before, Democrats would have gone to war too. They would have gone to war with Iran. It would have looked a little different, but they would have done it.
you have to vote Democrat in 26, and I'll tell you why. I mean, we're being told always that the Republicans are the lesser of two evils, that they're going to be marginally better than the Democrats. Look at all of the broken promises. Epstein files, that's huge. It's huge. And
It's so funny hearing him say the exact same shit that we hear from the Democratic Party to the Democrats, like, oh, you gotta vote for the lesser of two evils. And like hearing him say it from the right perspective where like they're literally getting everything they want, everything in their wildest dreams, and it's not far enough for him. So he's just like a Trump dead ender, like, well, I guess we'll just accelerationist the country on fire by voting for Democrats. Like, sure, whatever, go for it, Nick. Tell him. You tell
they
him.
tried to cover it up. It's
I
not
buy
like
it.
they fumbled that. It's not like they made a mistake. They engaged in an active cover-up, and they failed only because of a revolt within their own party.
Yeah,
Now,
the U.S.
Marjorie
consulate got fucked. I saw that video. It got hit hard.
Greene is an outcast. She was like the MAGA congresswoman. She was like the one in Congress who came after Trump won the election. She's
my
an
MAGA
outcast
queen.
because she led the coup to get the Epstein files released. That's a big one.
And Alex looked like he's trying to hold back tears during this.
She's gonna cry about it.
At one point he said it's like watching your grandma die. And he's been backing Trump for over a decade now. And originally Trump's promise was no new wars and staying out of the Middle East. His fans would say he's the candidate of peace and would end wars. So this might be as big of a stab in the back as him covering up the Epstein files.
And then
Stupid. They're all stupid. They're all stupid. If they actually believed it, they are stupid. Anybody who believed that Trump was going to end wars is stupid. I'm sorry if that's you, if you're watching this, that you're stupid if you believe that he was going to end wars. Like,
on
sorry.
the other side of the Strait of Hormuz to protect this. I said it in the first hour. It's happening in live time. Nick, this is like a bad dream.
It is. It feels surreal. I still can't even believe it. Even though I've been predicting it and even though we're watching it, I wake up and I see the news. We are at war with Iran. And for people that are not paying attention to all this stuff, again, it cannot be overstated. This is like, it's literally the
I don't know if he can, but he's got to grow a mustache or something. That upper lip, it needs a little bit of help, man. Like he got, or some Botox, one or the other.
neocon nightmare scenario, like war with Iraq, Syria, now Iran. You
This
just
is
go
the
like,
ghost of the neocons possessing us. This is their wet dream.
Yeah,
yes.
it is.
And for Trump to be the one delivering it, that's the most surreal aspect of all of it. You could see a DeSantis doing this. You could see a Kamala Harris doing this, honestly.
Yeah.
But to see Donald Trump on Friday,
This is where they're just wrong, though. You can see all of those people doing this. You could see Joe Biden doing this. You could see Kamala Harris doing this. But, like, you could see Trump doing it, like, 10 times more than those other people. If you had, like, if you had any authenticity. Like, if you had, I don't know. If I go back and forth whether they actually believe that or not.
Friday night at Mar-a-Lago with the hat on, with the black curtain announcing this war, building the case against the Iranian regime, you go, what happened? What happened to this movement? I mean, you and I, we've been with Trump really since the beginning, since 2015. And when he
Make
came
Israel
down the
great again.
His
Sorry,
first
America,
big move
America,
was
I'm in
basically
America.
to destroy this Republican support for war and the war in Iraq in particular, repudiate that whole legacy.
And another big problem they have with him that I haven't heard many people talk about is that Trump refuses to help build people up to take the reins when he's gone. He doesn't care about the future of the Republican
That's
Party
where it
at all.
is.
Like Alex and Nick were talking.
That makes more sense. He's just a petty little loser. Like he just wants Daddy Trump to come anoint him the successor, and he's not doing that, so he's just pissed off. That's probably what the real reason is.
About how Trump set it up so there's basically no young Republicans in a position to take over, and the people that were in a position were taken down by Trump and his handlers. So not only does he not help.
By the way, it's going to be a perfect opportunity, perfect storm. Whenever Trump dies, or like is voted out if we have elections or whatever, perfect storm that can finally coalesce into like Democrats rebuilding themselves as a working class party is what I want to see. If they do that and they, get scores of like scorned Republicans who are, coming down off of their sugar high that they've had over the past 10 years with Donald Trump. Like it will be the perfect storm to just like take all those voters and be like, we will fix the material conditions that you guys want. But you just got to stop like being like just like a little bit, you got to start being a little less racist, like, and then we'll give you all the stuff to make your lives better. Like it'll be the perfect storm, and Democrats better take advantage of that.
Build people up, but he tries to keep people down.
You're
I don't
right.
have much
what
faith.
What option do we have? That's really the question. People say, well, what else is there?
Well,
Because
that's it.
you got
I'm so
Trump.
sad to have to start turning loose of something that had so much potential.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like,
and not only
it's like
that.
a grandma dying or something.
Well, it's sort of.
When's the last time
literally,
his
it's kinda
grandma
getting up
died?
there, So it's very tragic and sad, and sadly, there's no alternative. I think it would be a little bit easier on all of us if there was any underclassmen here.
Exactly.
That's the worst part.
I was about to say, there's no stable of new horses here.
Yeah, and I see that as a big failure of Trump because it should have been a whole new stable. It should have been.
It's
a new
like I want to be that
generation of
horse.
MAGA
I want to be the horse. No.
congressmen and senators. Like, where's our AOC? Well, they all got cannibalized.
I respect you. Just something you say about you're a leader, you care. I'm like, you're the future, Nick. We're counting on you. A real leader immediately recognizes younger bulls that are going to lead the people. That's what a tribal leader does. With Trump, it's this ego thing where anybody else being strong is bad. And as he gets older, it's worse. It's sick.
You picked the most narcissistic person in the world to lead your movement. Like, what? Did you ever think that Trump gave a shit about anybody but Donald Trump? Like, what on earth did you expect to happen?
You're right. That's like a boomer thing. That's the baby boomers, or he's 1946.
Boomer, I hardly know
this
her.
is like a baby boomer thing. They will not like let us have anything. They're hoarding the wealth.
True.
They're hoarding these like fiefdoms. You're right. It is an ego thing. And at the end of the day, that is really his issue. Nobody wants to admit it. It's actually brave of you to say that because that's
So
a
brave.
huge thing. A lot of people say, oh, it's his advisors.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Alex Jones. It's a brave warrior.
He's getting bad advice. It's his personnel. It's him.
No,
It's
I said
always
back in
been
March,
him.
it's
Flash cut to him like crying like a little baby.
Tim coming up Epstein. All because he loves the power of protecting all these scumbags.
And at least Alex will directly call out Trump now. I mean, I see so many people who will criticize everyone but him. You know, they act like he has no authority and he's just being taken advantage of by all the people around him and his administration and Israel. But then they'll never criticize Trump directly because I think a lot of people are nervous about upsetting him because Trump will go after people
He's the
on
daddy.
the right even harder than people on the left. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey, he absolutely hates them now.
Marjorie.
More than people on the left, it seems like.
Margarine Taylor Greene, you know, our our heel turned woke, like the new woke queen, and she just left Congress right when she became woke. It was such a tragedy.
Which Alex and Nick also talk about here, and how Trump and the people around him are more focused on shutting down criticism that's coming from their own side. Like Trump will protect all the Democrat elites in the Epstein files, but then go after some of his biggest former supporters who voice their concerns about his decisions. Like it's either you're 100% with him or 100% against him. There's no in between.
Yeah, he's
You know,
a petty little drama queen, of course.
That's the plan. That's what all his sycophants will say. Like everything Trump does is 4D chess. Like Alex originally claimed Trump was using the Epstein files to blackmail the deep state. That's why he didn't want to release them. It's so funny seeing people have to come up with all this nonsense. I mean, Trump's always talking about how he feels bad for people in the Epstein files, like Bill Clinton. He's like, I like Bill Clinton. I hate to see what he's going through. I hate seeing him exposed in the files.
Big beautiful Bubba.
But his fans think Bill Clinton was eating babies on Epstein's island.
Probably.
So they have to think of some way to spin it, like, oh, he's just saying that, and eventually he's playing.
Oh my god, dude, these people. He's such a queen, dude. He is the biggest queen. Like he is so like I think that he might be bisexual, but like he like I don't even think that he sees like I don't think he really cares about sex at all or whatever. He only cares about what he can get from it. But like this is a great picture. This needs to be in a museum.
Which you either got to be completely delusional or being paid to still defend this nonsense. Or maybe people are just really scared of Trump coming after them. You know, like when Marjorie Taylor Greene started pushing for the Epstein file release while Trump was...
Lightweight Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left. She became woke, performed poorly on the pathetic View, and became the rhino that we always knew she was. Just another fake politician, no different than Rand Paul Jr. Thomas Massey. Wait, aren't those two different people? Why is this one parenthetical? Oh, well, okay. Who got caught being a full-fledged Republican in name only. Rhino, make America great again. Yeah, I told you. That's why. Yeah, she turned right when she left the Republican Party. She turned woke. She became the woke queen we always knew that she could become, like a beautiful butterfly.
He really started going after her, and she was freaking out about it. So I think Trump tries to keep people in line by threatening them.
The Republican Party is now looking at all of us that have any soul, and they see us as the enemy.
We got to get out of Dodge, man. I don't know what country you're dropping in at, but that's the saddest part. You know,
can go to Dubai. We'll build a new Israel. It'll just be Dubai, and we'll just send all these all of these neo-Nazis over there. Maybe that's the solution.
GOP's coming down. It's hard to kind of figure out what that next move is. That's why, for me, I keep my options open.
Used to head up the Army and then the Defense Intelligence. He got confirmed. He won't give me classified stuff, but they're like, sir, they got a whole opposition thing to take us down, and you're at the top. They say it's a bunch of names. And he's like, so, yeah, no, they're literally not worried about Democrats. They're going to put them in jail. They're literally worried about loyal Americans. And to the Pentagon's credit, they're like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's the story of the admin, you know. Bill Clinton is being protected. Hillary, Obama, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's always this cope, like, well, here's how Trump can still win.
Here's why you're right, because we learned this the last 60 days. I told you this on the phone. I don't know if it got through because I talk fast. Dude, we're the focus because they know we're not sellouts. They're like, looking, we got it all. We got Trump under control. Who will block us? And they're literally getting rid of Ed Martin, creating files on us.
I
And
mean, I
there's
don't
there's
think
nothing
so,
there.
man. They are the next stage of American fascism. Like whether they're going to get it like immediately or not. Like, I mean, Alex Jones isn't. He's like, 2 feet in the grave already. But Nick Fuentes is the future of the Republican Party. Like, and I think they kind of know that. Trump is just a petty little bitch, so he's not going to give anybody like. If it's not going to get him, like him personally, anything, he's not here for some grand vision or some movement or something. But like the American capitalists are ready. They're ready to move on to the next stage of fascism, of like full and complete control. And like I think that these people, unless it gets stopped, which I mean the Democratic Party is really dropping the ball, but unless it gets stopped, like these people will be the future like of the Republican Party. They will be welcomed with open arms. Trust me.
Literally, the eye of the White House is on us because they're worried we'll influence Trump.
That's how it's always been. The GOP has always been cannibalizing the authentic base. That's just it. And that's why I've always said the GOP is really our biggest enemy. It's not even the Democrats, because
I mean,
at least the Democrats are the devil And
I mean, kind of. Like they're like the GOP was like a more neoliberal party for a while, but like they will side with capital. Capitalism inevitably turns into fascism. Fascism is the final stage of capitalism. And so these people, they are fascists. They will rise and ascend the ranks of power because the capitalists will need them to, because they will need the regime to become more brutal in order to protect their capital interests from the mass of working class people. Like that is what will happen. So these people will rise to the top eventually. It might not be tomorrow, but they will eventually.
You know that they're your enemy, but it's always these Republicans. They say, we're going to take the fight, hold the line, all this. And then they always turn the cannons inward and shoot at their own people. That has always been the story. So, I tell my followers, take your own side. The GOP is not
B-roll
looking
seems
out for
a little
you.
irrelevant.
They're not fighting your enemies. They're not securing advantages
Well, that's right.
for you.
America first in our America survival. In fact, I'm going to start the America Survival Party.
So I think Alex might finally be done with Trump. Hopefully. I mean, it's painful to see him just continue to go back. It's crazy. He helped him get elected.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Trump just screwed everyone over and is now.
If he can go, I'll say this. If Alex Jones can go 1 whole month without returning to Daddy Trump and seeking his approval, then I will potentially believe that he is like done with Donald Trump. But until like he's got to make it that long, man. Like he's got to go cold turkey. Like Trump is like a drug to him. It's like heroin. Like he cannot help but just go over and just like snort whatever dust is on Donald Trump's hair. Like he cannot stop. So I'll believe it when I see it. 1 month. You get 29 days left, Alex. I believe in you.
After his biggest supporters who were just trying to hold him to his promises. I don't know how Alex could continue supporting that. It's like an abusive relationship or something. He just keeps wanting to go back, even though he knows Trump is going to screw him over again.
Maybe that's a better analogy.
Think about it all, and then make sure you
Hey, I never said that I was as smart as this beautiful man right here. Too lazy to try. Okay, I'm not trying to be that smart. Okay. I'm the commentary of the commentary. Like my job isn't to be as good as the actual commentary.
Patreon, I just posted a new video about how Dan Bongino is crashing out over Candace Owens. It's hilarious. And also I talked about Mark Maron and Joe Rogan squashing their beef.
He was crying too lately. All of the like right-wing freaks, they're really in their feels right now. Like they are, I don't know. They're just very, very sensitive right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's whatever turned the frogs gay. It finally got to them. The water that turned the frogs gay. Maybe they're drinking out of the wrong pond or something. I don't know. The raw milk, maybe it raises your cortisol levels or something. I don't know. They're all just very, very sensitive right now.
And a bunch of other stuff. There are also over 170 other exclusive videos on there. So if you enjoy the channel, it's definitely worth checking out. I'll put a link in the description.
Modern liberal white.
The next video. This is for anyone who wants to show up next time. This is a little preview. Modern liberal white women. What this is, who this is by, that's going to remain a mystery. Anyway,